Good whatever time of the day it is you happen to be listening. This is the P&A Podcast Express. This is a quick trip for all those people who don't have enough time to listen to a full episode. This gives you all the features of a full episode crammed into less time than a full episode. So this is for you people. You're too busy.
This is the suppository.
Yes. And I do want to mention, starting off here, it is pretty awesome that it's the time of the day it is, and the sun is still out. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel coming into spring. If you like spring, you should email us and tell us how much you like spring at pineapple-nipple-arsehole, ARSEHOLE, at gmail.com, or the painful nipple allergy.
Yeah.
If you're allergic to nipples.
And I'm sad for you.
At
I am
gmail.com.
not allergic to nipples. Female.
Most aren't.
Men nipples,
That's
but
P&A
female
Podcast
nipples I
Express
like.
at Gmail. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So he's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. Craig Nickel joining us again for this quick trip. And how's everybody doing out there? We're still doing podcast. Podcast?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
It's not good, but it's
It's consistent.
it's consistently terrible.
Yeah. You know, I know lots of people who eat at McDonald's not because of the quality of the food, but because it's the same every time.
Speaking of what, Shamrock Shakes are back too.
They are.
Yeah.
But, you know, somebody...
I like kangaroo meat.
or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Kind of
I
meat
like that they announced at one point that they now use 100% beef.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's troubling on a lot of levels.
Yeah, I mean, what was in there?
It does not taste like beef.
No. I would question that. I'd push back on that a little bit.
Soybean, yeah.
I'm at the point in my life where I've lost the enzyme to correctly digest McDonald's food, most of their food, so it gives me heartburn or a stomach ache. Or
What
whatever.
enzyme is that? Like
I think it's the young folks enzyme.
battery acid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I eat it, and it goes right on through.
Could be testosterone. I don't know.
Or, like I say, battery acid?
It could be.
Maybe you need
Could
a
be.
recharge. We'll just dump a tube down there into your stomach and pump you full of battery acid.
Let me tell you what. When people tell you that getting old sucks, they're not lying. I always thought, oh, you're just being an overly dramatic bitch.
I can verify it.
Yeah,
It
it
sucks.
is a shit show.
Honest to God, I didn't think I was going to make it to 50.
Well,
When my
made it.
birthday rolled around last year, I'm like, no way.
How the hell did this happen?
I woke up this morning.
Why, God, why?
I keep waiting, you know, you ever seen that movie Cocoon from years ago?
Of course.
I keep waiting for
Classic.
that day to happen. I'm going to get into a pool somewhere, and it's going to be like, holy shit, I feel great, but it never happens.
A Benjamin Button type situation.
Well, I don't know that I'd want that. I
Age in
don't.
reverse. You want to just feel better. Just
Yeah.
the youthful exuberance of feeling better.
Right. I don't want to age in reverse because I eventually will shit myself, I'm sure, but I don't want that to be like...
It's going to happen sooner than you
Right.
think. Too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, don't drink like you used to. Because
Yeah.
it will happen.
I'm sure.
Because you cannot control anything at a certain age. It just happens.
So one time,
Yeah.
I was working for a large aerospace company, and I was on overtime, so it was a Sunday, and I had the urge I really had to poop. And I didn't make it to the bathroom, but there was a conference room about midpoint, large conference room, actually deemed the executive conference room. I took a shit in the trash can in the executive conference room.
Oh, like Van Wilder.
The next day, there was a large meeting scheduled for the morning, and the door had the caution tape spread and said something happened in there. We cannot have meetings in there today.
When there goes a company-wide memo that says we need somebody to engineer a toilet in the conference room, feels like, oh, that might be because of me.
I'm not going to lie.
Did I cause that?
It didn't get all in the trash can either.
Oh, God.
So, yes, I worked for an engineer for a large aerospace company, and I shit in a trash can in the conference room.
Well, I hate to say it, but shit happens.
Yeah, and especially on that day.
It's funny because I ran into somebody like 3 minutes after that. They're like, you look like you saw a ghost. I'm like, it's the opposite of a ghost, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the meat sweats, it's the shit sweats.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, the shit sweat. I've been there.
You know, they talked about it for months after. They're like, I don't know what happened in that trash can in there. All these, because we shared space with the factory floor, too. And they blamed it, of course, on the heathens that worked on the, the uneducated masses that work on the factory floor.
It's a good thing. They didn't DNA test it.
So then their solution was they put in another barrier door with a badge swipe. So, 'cause they're like, we can't have these people coming up from the floor and shitting in the conference room with trash cans.
Probably one of those damn guys with the rivet guns.
That's right.
Those guys have no couth.
And these poor people just wanted, because we had these separate phone rooms, they called them. They'd come up on their breaks for quiet and everything. No, they got denied that because some asshole engineer took a shit in the trash can. I took away their Zen moments over their lunch where they just wanted to sit in quiet.
My friend is a dick, and here are the multiple reasons why.
Well, that story I wanted.
That ties in well with your story.
Yes, because it has to do with shitting, and the guy was a dick that did it.
All right.
Fantastic. So let's look at
Indulge
this.
us.
Going.
Yeah.
You know who the person is. I don't want to say no names.
I
but
know both people involved.
Yes. Well, the one is very good at playing tricks on people. Fart stuff, the little tubes that you can break on the floor. He'd take them to the bar all the time, and he'd stomp on them, and he'd walk away. But he don't even need them. He stinks alone like this.
It's his natural aroma.
But the one guy played in the band, and he'd get. He told us one time, he says, when I get nervous, I got to take a shit. Well, that was the wrong thing to say in front of me and this other guy, and he goes.
He gets nervous. He's a nervous pooper.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's sitting there. Oh, God, we got to go on stage soon. He says, I got to go to the bathroom soon. So Mike runs into the bathroom.
Don't worry.
Episode 2 drink.
It's a different Mike than you're thinking
Yeah.
of, I'm sure.
No, it's the same Mike.
Yeah.
He runs in the bathroom and he pisses all over the seat, and the other guy runs in there and he sits down and you just hear him say, God damn it, who pissed on the fucking seat, and blah, blah, blah. And I looked at Mike and I went, you're a dick.
My friend is a dick, and here's why.
But it was well worth it. We laughed about it all night.
Anybody who knows a Mike is sitting there going, I think that's the Mike I
It
know.
was you.
Yeah, I think that's the Mike I know. I know 3 Mikes, and it could have been any one of them.
At one point, I had my best friend's Mikey Smith. At one point, I had 5 different Mike Smiths in my phone. 5 different guys, each named Mike Smith.
Dang.
And they all own the phone book.
Yeah, it was weird. So one of them worked at the large aerospace company, and he did not like what happened in that conference room. He talked about it for a while. I think he needed counseling after that.
Well, I can see where that would be a constant point of reference at a company for a while.
I guarantee. So this happened approximately 8 years ago. I bet they still talk about it.
Yeah.
Even in my Absentia, I bet you they still talk about it.
Oh, probably.
They're like, remember that time when one of the floor workers took a runny ass shit in the...
Until they listen to this.
Yeah, I hope so. Get at me if you hear it. And you're like,
If you were victim to Phil's shit in the conference room,
email us.
and you're looking for financial compensation, you won't find it here, but email us at pnapodcastexpress@gmail.com.
They're like, we're a world-class company. We've got people shitting in the conference room trash can.
Look at
and
all
on the carpet.
Look at all the class us
And
Nichols have.
and on one of the seats.
Oh, boy.
I keep bumping that.
It happens. You're not used to a thing hanging off your face.
So what had
I
happened?
mean, you might be, but I'm not.
So you see, what had happened was, I went to lunch before that, and I had a few beers and some hot wings, and it just was a recipe for disaster. It's no wonder I'm divorced now. Actually,
One thing leads to another.
Yeah.
It just.
But keep it at 1, because I'm going through my 3rd right now.
Let's just
boy.
fool me once, shame on you. But yeah, fool me
I
twice. No wait, how's the saying go? Well, we can't be fooled again, as President Bush used to say, right?
Yeah.
Well, he tried to say it.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on
He
me.
was
Fool me
he was
once,
kind of
twice,
like
shame
the
on you.
president we have now. The thing.
Yeah.
What do you got on
That's-
there? That looks gross, Phil.
Yeah.
Beer.
It happens to him from time to time.
Adam's used to it. He just lovingly looks over thinking about the time I shit in a trash can.
Oh, so I have a real quick I'm a dick and here's why story.
All right, you're a dick now.
So
Apparently, we're just outing ourselves on being dicks here tonight.
my child, we had a wrestling meet Friday,
All right.
and he's been growing his hair out for well over a year. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to cut it, so you got to control your hair when you wrestle. So he's like, do you have a hairnet, a hair bonnet thing that you wear under your headgear at the school? I'm like, yeah, I got a couple of them. Don't worry about it. So he gets there, And I'm like, oh yeah, they're in the desk. Go get them. He comes back. He's like, they're not there. I'm like, oh, idiot, can't find them. So I go down there with him. I can't find him either.
You see, what had happened was
the other coach gets there and he's like, Andrew, you're going to have to cut that hair. And he goes, the ref's going to make you cut it. We might as well do it now. So we go back to the coach's room, and of course, the only thing we have to cut hair with is a pair of really
medical
old,
scissors.
dull, like paper scissors,
Yeah.
and a pair of medical scissors. So,
And they were left-handed scissors.
me and the other coach get on one of each side of him with no plan of how we're cutting this and no knowledge of how to cut it.
Kind of like our pre-show meetings.
And we cut his hair, and that poor child had the worst mullet that has ever been.
graced the history of mullets.
Oh yeah. So I had to take
it was
him.
a terrible ape drape. Huh?
I had to take him Saturday to get the party in the front fixed because it was a debacle. It was like a party with a bunch of fights in the front.
You know what I'm very fond of? El Caminos. El Caminos are the car embodiment of a mullet.
You say that, and the first thing I said to him after I got done and I'm admiring my work, and I'm like, Andrew, we need to get you an El Camino.
Yes.
And he's like, what's that?
What's that?
I'm like, it's a truck. It's a car truck. It's a truck.
He says, is that Spanish for the horse?
Yeah.
Well, that's not there. There was the Ford Ranchero too.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a Ranchero.
Yeah. And now there's, what is it, is it HHR that they make now that's kind of the...
Homo Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Only it's not an HHR. It's an SSR.
SSR, yeah.
I think the
I don't-
HHR is the little retro boxy thing that they
Yeah.
make.
Kind of
Yeah.
like my PT Cruiser. I got a PT Cruiser that I want to turn into a little hot rod.
The TP Cruiser.
Yeah.
TP Cruiser.
It barely holds any. I mean, actually, I could fit all of my sound equipment in that thing. It's amazing.
Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah.
But there's no room for a person like me in there.
No, it takes... Well, I'm not a small guy either.
Rick had one of them at one point, and I sat in it and I couldn't get out of it. It's like me getting
You
into
are
an
50.
It's like me getting into an MG.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't fit in them either.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive a Honda Element. Yeah, go ahead and laugh out there, but I love that thing.
I've got a Honda. You know,
You got the Odyssey.
Yeah. And that thing's a tank. 200.
Is it all-wheel drive or just
No.
two? See, that one of mine's all-wheel drive. I
Yeah, I
love
know.
it.
I really want a CRV.
I have-
As you know, I'm giving probably too much information. People are going to email and be like, "To hell with Phil shitting in a thing. You want a CRV? What the hell's wrong with
I
you?"
drive a Fjord.
A Fjord.
Fjord.
You got to put that extra J in
He's
there.
got a transfusion.
Yeah.
No, it's called the Confusion.
Yeah.
My son actually named the car because the first week I had it, we were coming out of a store, and brilliant. We're just like looking for the car, and he was looking for my old one. And we roll up to it. I'm like, no, it's right here. And he's like, Fusion. We should call it the Confusion. I'm like, brilliant.
Yeah, that is
Son,
pretty
you
good.
nailed it.
He's probably not yours.
What's that?
He's probably not
Probably
yours.
not. No, to be that intelligent.
Yeah, to come up with something like that on the fly.
Jesus.
I mean,
I know.
It all depends on what position you were in.
I don't know. I was in the next room, I think. I don't know.
yeah.
See?
Phil was back here in Michigan.
Yeah. Holy shit.
You're like my nephew's got 3 girls and 2 adopted boys, and I said, you guys got to switch positions if you want to have a boy.
That's right. Got to figure it out. Yeah, it's all good. I don't know.
You got the Canadian out thing going on.
Yeah. We live too close to Canada.
Yeah.
You want to talk about crazy ass people, Canadians? Let me tell you what.
Oh,
They all loves the hockey, and they love the Tim Hortons.
and the Molson.
Yeah, and the Molson.
Labatt's.
Have you ever noticed Molson seems like Labatt's good? I will drink Labatt, blue and blue light. But Molson is almost like it's infused with maple syrup because it's got that sweetness to it. I'm sure that's what it is. If you're Canadian and you like Molson, like let us know what you like about it. It is the maple syrup. I swear it's infused with maple syrup.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Molson. You know,
I had a
but,
dog named Molson once.
but I'm not real. I'll drink beer.
Yeah.
You know, if it's
Just
beer,
beer.
if somebody's just like, I don't even usually ask what kind it is. Oh, what kind of beer is that? Because I'm not a beer snob.
It's beery beer.
I'll just drink beer.
It's beery beer.
I miss Killian's.
Killian's Irish Red. That's
Yeah.
not a bad
You
beer.
miss it? Is it like gone?
Well, I don't drink it. I had one beer this morning, and that was it.
That was breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I'm not a huge beer drinker. I really like Bud Light Orange. You know, that's pretty solid
I-
in the summer.
I really wish that this could be my job because I miss having beer for breakfast. I'm not going to lie.
I
They kind
don't.
of frown upon it in the corporate world.
I don't
Taking
miss beer
after
for
Uncle
breakfast.
Brad or what?
Not quite that bad.
We tried to implement a policy where you work up drink privileges, like
Right.
drink credits. Like for every 4 hours worked, you get like one margarita.
Yeah.
And I to me, it's a solid policy. I want to see it enacted. I'm
Yeah.
really pushing for that.
That just seems like good economics right there.
Yeah, I mean, talk about
Like,
incentive.
screw raising minimum wage.
Yeah,
Like, you get a drink token for every 4 hours you work.
exactly.
I like this plan.
And we have like coffee machines that you can make your own coffee in and stuff. To hell with that. Margarita machines everywhere.
That's right. That should be universal in the workplace.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, I see productivity going way up
Hey.
for the first couple hours and then probably sliding off a little bit towards the end of the day.
What is the worst that could happen?
Dozing
Somebody
off.
shitting in the conference room trash can?
Yeah, not like that hasn't happened before.
God, that's down.
It was vile, too. I think that conference room was closed for 2 or 3 days, and I believe that janitor that had to clean it up just quit.
And
he
they
said,
probably
you know
had
what, I'm
to-
fucking done.
Probably had to replace the carpet because you missed the bucket.
Well, I really don't have good aim on my ass, I'm not going to lie.
They're probably like, we need a planter in here, a big planter to put over this spot. Now there's just a,
What's
hey,
on the-
why is there a fern where that trash can used to be?
There's a random ficus in the corner,
Yeah,
and it's fake. A fake ficus.
but it's heavy so that nobody can ever move it.
You don't want to know what's underneath of
Yeah.
it.
Filled with concrete.
Yeah, don't release it.
That's some Indiana Jones shit right there.
They had to lead line the
Radioactive.
receptacle. Yeah.
They don't need a nightlight in there anymore because that spot just glows naturally. at
Now the
night.
trash can's got like a hood over it so that you can't get your ass on it.
That's what those are for, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure. Probably designed by the company that you worked for.
Probably.
You know, we need one of you engineers to come up with a way to stop people from shitting
An
in the conference
unshittable
room.
trash can.
Put a padlock on it.
We need
too.
an unshittable trash can.
Let's get a think tank going on the unshittable trash can. Now they've sold millions of them. All because on the side of the box is the story about the phantom shitter.
There's so many things I love about that story, but one of them definitely is they never thought about anybody in the actual offices doing it. It
Well,
went
no.
right to the people on the factory floor.
No, let's go to the heathen.
Those uncultured swine down there.
So there was no windows in this room?
Well, there were. They were up high, though, to the outside.
A good thing that there wasn't a street up there. Somebody looking in. Yeah, look at that fool. What's he doing in there?
Oh, is he doing what I think? Oh!
Oh boy.
That hobo, what the hell?
How'd that guy get in there?
He cannot work for this company.
All right, we need to review our key card access right now.
But when he said that, the first thing that come to mind was that Kip or whatever from Van Wilder. And he runs in there. He's at the interview for the doctors or
Oh, yeah.
the lawyer or
'Cause he
the
got
firm.
Yep.
He had the protein shake with
Yeah.
the laxative.
And he just... And I'm thinking it's him with the beard and
I think
everything.
my feet shot straight out, too, just like that. I'm pretty sure they did.
Well, you're pretty lucky that the structure of that can actually was
That trash can was structurally sound.
I mean, it sounds like you blew it up.
it supported all my weight.
Although it would have been funny if somebody opened the door and he's stuck in it.
No, I don't.
No, I'd be like the world's worst snail right now.
Hermit crab.
I don't want to reveal too much about your character, but did you just like waltz out the door and forget about it, or
You
did,
know I
did you
did.
like make any effort
To clean it up? No.
Oh dear God.
No, I already dealt with that shit. I was moving on.
I had stuff to do to keep the heathens working.
What'd you do? Grab some stationery off the table for
I took
TP?
one of my business cards and threw on top of it and left.
Phil, then his boss calls it, Phil, I think somebody hates you. Look what they did to your business card.
I was framed.
God.
Oh boy,
I thought I used to do crazy shit when I was younger.
that sounds like it was
Mild.
a crazy shit.
Yeah.
It was wild, man.
He's wild, and I'm mild.
Let me just say, those hot wings I ate were very spicy too. So that just added to the
So
situation.
you didn't even have a popsicle when you went in there.
Oh
for
no,
relief.
man! I really wish I could have had some cooling action to my asshole after that for sure.
Oh boy. Well, we've just crossed over the 20-minute mark on this quick trip, and I think it's probably 25 minutes too long, considering what we covered. But this was informative. I now know that if we ever have podcast offices, they will be conference roomless, and there won't be a trash
And
can.
there'll be unshittable trash cans.
Yeah, we're just going to have like
Trademark, unshittable trash can.
Yeah,
Hanging on the wall.
Hey, we need to get a hold of Wade. He's our trademark attorney.
yes,
For Wade, if
Wade,
you're
get on
listening,
that. Get on that.
unshittable trash cans.
yes, absolutely. Please, we need those, and I'm thinking we might just have incinerators. Just small little, like a microwave-sized incinerator. You put your garbage in, you hit a button, and it burns it up.
If you would have burned that stuff, oh my God.
So
Actually,
if Phil was walking around and couldn't sit down because he's like, yeah, I kind of burnt my ass. We know what happened.
they actually make those toilets
They do.
Oh,
They
yeah,
burn it. They
yeah.
do. Yep.
because
He's already proven he doesn't know how to use a toilet.
well, no, I understand. The guy in town had when I worked for him, and
It is terrible. I would be embarrassed by this story, but I don't have much shame. I'm sorry.
I'm going to leave you with this thought that when Phil got done, he kind of swiped his feet like a dog. You know.
How'd you know?
So I'm going to leave everybody with that as we wrap up this quick trip. We appreciate you all listening. We hope that you'll suffer through another one of these. I'm Adam Filkins.
I'm Phil Nickel. Thank you, Craig Nickel, for joining us. Make good choices.
We apologize, Craig Nickel, that you joined us for this.
oh, I don't mind.
Make good choices, everybody. I obviously didn't.